Good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I'm here in my new flat, brand new flat, but there's no television, so maybe we should go online shopping for a television, yeah? I'll use my new Dell tablet PC, and let me browse around and see what's available. Maybe do a little Google search. Okay. Let's see what comes up. 42-inch HD TV. That should do it. Here we go. Oh. Big box retail. Something manufactured from Wow Electronics. Interesting. Well, let's see what the specs are. Oh, interesting. It's on sale. There's a promotion here. Interesting. You know what? Let me add this to the shopping cart. You know, keep this on the sideline. Coming to think of it, I'm thoroughly bored sitting in this flat, not really doing anything. Maybe I ought to make a quick trip to the store. You know, check out the picture quality. You know, maybe see how the television would look in my flat. Besides, I'm not doing anything anyway, yeah? So, I'll make a quick trip to the store and see what it's like. Off we go. Big box retail. Just got a message on my Nokia phone here. Let's see what's this about. Interesting. I got a little email promotion from Big Box Retail. That's interesting. And it's about a TV. Wow, how did they know that I needed a television as I was walking up the store? I had to look at the television. Let's go inside the store and check it out.
David, this area is where we're going to have the display for those new laptop PCs.
That's fantastic. You know, have you seen the new 3D planograms, displays that our team developed? They're brilliant. I'll tell you what I'm really excited about. It's a new planning process that we just put in place. So now, my category managers from the manufacturing side and your merchandisers have come up not just with a picture of the display, but actually what kind of quantities they need on those shelves. And my sales executive, believe it or not, worked with your buyer to come up with a sales plan. So now we know what we need on the shelf, how it's going to sell, which now enables us to develop a very accurate time-phased order plan that I can share with my production managers. It's brilliant. Beats the old way we used to do it, remember? On the back of a napkin, over a pint in the pub.
Absolutely.
Trying to synchronize those thousands of worksheets.
That's exactly why we're sharing with you the promotion we're planning to run.
Fantastic.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm here in my Sunday clothes, and I'm looking for a television. Do either of you work for Wow Electronics?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm Wayne Uze, the store manager here. And coincidentally, we have our vendor from Wow Electronics.
Yeah, I'm the supply
David
chain
Johnson.
director at Wow Electronics. Can I help you?
Good to meet you. I'm Razat, and like I said, I'm looking for a TV. Now, as I was walking into the store, I received an email promotion on my Nokia phone here. Now, you work for Big Box Retail.
Yes.
You work for Wow Electronics.
Yes.
But the email came from Wow Electronics as I was walking into the Big Box Retail store. How does that all work?
Well, hope we didn't scare you, but we didn't exactly know that you specifically were going to come into the store. But what we did know from working with Big Box, they share their sales data with us and they share their shopper profiles. And what we did know is people in this area around this store are particularly interested in HD TVs, large HD TVs. So we like to provide extra incentive and provide some, some value for you to buy from Weil Electronics in the big box retail store.
So take that email promotion you just received. We do spend time looking at our customers' purchase history, customers like yourself, and understand what preferences you have. So therefore, let's say you purchased a stereo system a few months ago, then we may likely have a promotion for you for a television.
Interesting. That's very interesting. You know, the other interesting thing I found out is that, as I was walking into the store, it was very easy for me to find the televisions. Now, obviously, as a consumer, it's a large store. How do you make it really simple for me to, find what I'm looking for, across the store?
That's a great question. We absolutely have a very deliberate process about laying out the merchandise on the floor specific to the preferences that you have in the way you want to shop our store. We create planograms that lay out products by size, by price point, and we actually have accessories associated with that. So, one, you get the shopping experience you're looking for, and two, we optimize our profits.
And as a manufacturer, again, we work very closely with the retailer because we do a lot of consumer research before we launch products to understand what you are looking for. So we leverage that to sit down and build a plan together with our retailers. So when you walk in that store, you're finding the products you want. And we can lay it out, help lay out the store, help merchandise the product so you have a very valuable experience. As a matter of fact, I have my category director here, Mark Edwards, who can explain it in more detail. Mark?
Well, David, we are particularly interested how shoppers shop in store, and gaining insights into their behaviour helps us to create an in-store environment that makes the whole shopping experience easier and more enjoyable. Our integrated merchandising and research solutions within the virtual model helps us understand what, why and how traffic flows through the big box store and determines where products are best placed to improve the shopping experience and maximise revenue. We have some smart software within JDA 3D that helps us understand how shoppers interact with products on shelf, in aisle and across the whole store. We can track their eyes every 50th of a second, accurate to a quarter of an inch. We can measure their emotion and cognition, brain scanning to you and me, to help understand the whole experience we are creating for them. We combine this insight with shopper decision hierarchies that shoppers instinctively use to make a decision when they purchase a TV, a computer or even a kettle. And this understanding helps us develop a range of products that are segmented and displayed in a way that meets shopper needs. JDA 3D also allows us to collaborate with Big Box to create the most effective store layouts and make sure this fits with their promotional strategy, new product launches and featured products. Basically, our shelf and shopper connected supply chains should delight Big Box shoppers on their path to purchase. If we get this right, we create the perfect win-win-win. Hope that helps.
Thanks, Mark.
That's neat stuff. I mean, I had absolutely no idea that there was so much thought that went into figuring out how to lay out a store. That's incredible.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We certainly want you to be a loyal customer and keep returning to purchase more product.
Yeah, that's incredible. The other question I was thinking about is you probably get several consumers like I walking into the store. You're a big box retailer. You're doing a lot of volume of television sales. How do you ensure that you have appropriate amounts of inventory in the store so when I come in to buy the TV, you have it available for me?
That's another great question. Certainly, if we were out of stock, you would be an unhappy customer, and frankly, we would be out of business. And so what I'd like to do is have our supply chain director, Scott Welty, give you an insight of how we manage the replenishment of our inventory. Scott?
Sure, Wayne. Yeah. It really, at the end of the day, my responsibility is to ensure that we have the precise stock that's available, in every store that's really tied to the predicted demand at every store. Not only do I have to meet these targets along a inventory level, but I have financial weekly targets as well that I'm trying to meet. So what the system does for me is it really generates these daily time-phased orders. And these orders also take into consideration all the capacity constraints I have, because I do have limited capacity. I mean, at the store level, I only have so much space to put it on the shelves, and I have limited capacity across different nodes of my network, like in my distribution centers as well. So it takes all those into consideration. So really, the solution helps me really optimize my inventory investment. It ensures that we have the highest turns possible, and we have the proper sell-through. I think without this solution, it would be almost impossible for us to meet our customer service level goals, not to mention my financial goals that I'm held accountable for. So that's pretty much it, Wayne.
Thank you, Scott.
And the other thing is, at Wow Electronics, we don't just provide the TVs, we also provide all the accessories. Because we know that when you get home to your flat, you're going to want that experience right away. So one of the things we've done with big box retailer is we've set up a direct delivery model for the accessories, for the cables, for instance. And we're able to tell exactly what the demand is because big box shares their sales with us. And we can use those sales to predict what kind of inventory we need in a store, as opposed to just using shipments. So we have much better visibility to what you need.
That's interesting. Now, at the same time, though, you can't have unlimited stock in your warehouses, right?
Right. And another value that we have to provide is we have to have a good price point. And in order to have a good price point and in order to make sure that that inventory is there, we have to develop a solid plan. And that goes back to the collaboration that we have with Big Box. So we develop that sales plan, which then I can take back to my group in manufacturing and work with marketing, work with finance, work with product development, and work with our production management team to develop a profitable plan. So it's good for Big Box, it's good for Wow Electronics, and we can provide that price point to you. Yeah, that's a pretty complex process, and it's extremely important that we get that right. So let me have Fred Baumann, our Director of S&OP, give you a little more insight into that.
Sure, David. Actually, we just finished up our S&OP meeting about a couple minutes ago in this very room. S&OP is led by our president, and on a monthly basis, we review time phase projections of new products, demand, supply, and the resulting financials. We leverage a Class A Oliver White process to make sure that we're covering all the key information that we need to cover in each of the key steps, from the demand review, the supply review, the resulting financial review, that we see the right information that we need to see, and that we're able to make decisions in a timely manner. S&OP allocates WOW's critical resources, people, materials, inventory, time, and money to most effectively satisfy distributors and retailers like Big Box in a profitable way. We leverage our S&OP process to make sure supply is synchronized with the demands of key retailers like Big Box. So it's really a win-win situation. They're meeting their consumer demand, and we're filling their needs in a profitable way. The process also tracks our performance against the key expectations and financial commitments that we make to our stakeholders and shareholders. So this is the way we set expectations on our quarterly conference earning calls, and a key way that we stay in sync with the expectations that we set to the street.
That's interesting. So you have an aligned business plan.
Yep.
What happens next?
Well, there's one thing left to do, which is deliver. So what we have to do is produce the right products. And again, we have to optimize that because we have plants worldwide. And we need to do that, and why it's important to the consumer is because that's how we can provide that value to you, that price point that's going to make you come to our products in Big Box store. So it's very important to get that right. But again, it's fairly complex to make sure you optimize it in the plants. Let me have Paneet, my Director of Production Planning, give you a little more insight into that. Paneet?
Happy to take that one, David. I'm responsible for worldwide manufacturing operations for WOW Electronics. We have a fairly complex manufacturing network. We've got factories all around the globe. We also rely on subcontractors. And the products we make are complex as well. Some of them take weeks, if not months, to put together. My team's job essentially is to figure out what to make, where, when, and how much. To do that effectively, we need visibility into demand signals, and that's where the retailer point of sale information is so helpful to us. Now, planning speed is very important for us. Demand is extremely volatile, and we need to be able to replan quickly, and that's why we rely heavily on advanced planning systems. What the advanced planning systems really do for us, they allow us to synchronize our global supply and the overall procurement plans with this changing view of demand, while taking into account the factory capacities, the lead times, the work in process inventory situations, and frankly our own manufacturing preferences. One of the reasons why we're able to do so well with our fill rates is that we're able to see the problems before they happen, and often we're able to take corrective action before these things become issues for us. The end result is that we're able to get the right product to the right store at the right time, cost effectively I might add, while keeping overall channel inventories low. It's really, really exciting to see how this all comes together. Back to you, David.
You know, I get it. So you had anticipated me buying this HD TV 4 months ago. And then you were able to really develop a whole optimized plan to make that happen.
And we actually also anticipated that you would purchase the TV accessories adjacent to the television, therefore creating the total promotion. So when customers purchase those products, we replenish and buy more from the supplier.
That's incredible. So I get what I want, I get, when I want it, and, I get it where I want it. That's incredible. That's fantastic.
And that's what we, the retailer,
We, the manufacturing, call the shelf-connected supply chain.
I think I finally understand what we mean by shelf-connected supply chain. I think I'm going to buy that TV.
let's get that television
Fantastic.
for you.
Okay, great.
By the way, an opening in supply chain.